Is there something that you see new comics do that drives you crazy?
I wouldn't say it drives me crazy. I would just say maybe it's something that I wouldn't do, and maybe that's trying to shock people, say things that you think are shocking or offensive because you want to get a reaction out of people. Again, if that's your brand, I say do it. Who am I to tell you? I'll just say this, that in a day and age where you have Google, you can type in the 4 worst words that you can think of in a row, and there is a website for that. The idea that you're going to shock somebody in 2020 is unlikely. The idea that you're going to say something that could come back to really bite you bad later on, as we saw in the case of Shane Gillis, is probably the more likely scenario. And just being a comedy historian, when the whole Shane Gillis thing was happening, I thought about Gilbert Gottfried. Remember, he had that cush multi-million-dollar contract with Aflac.
Yeah.
All they had to do was say Aflac, and they cut him a check. He wrote a tweet, I believe it was about Fukushima or maybe this a tsunami, and it was a whatever joke, and it got traction for being offensive to Asian people, and he lost the cushiest gig that has ever existed. And were those million? I mean, if I tweeted Black Lives Matter, something that I care about, and I lost my job for that, then I'd be like, yeah, I stand by that. But if you just wrote a joke because you were trying to be faux shocking in the moment and get 16 retweets and you lost your gig, bro, is it worth it? So I would just say to any young comic, because it won't be fair to you, because you may grow as a person. You will grow as a person. But there will be somebody that will look through your archives when you are announced to be the next person on Saturday Night Live, or the next host of NBC's this, or the next director of Twitter's this. There will be somebody that goes back purposely looking for something. I don't know if that happened in the case of Shane Gillis. I don't know. That's not my business. I don't care. I'm just saying, for you, I care about you and your future career. Don't give anybody a hammer. Don't give anybody anything, and don't say anything that you don't mean. If you mean it, if you really say, I will not work with a company that does not acknowledge trans rights, and you get, offered a multi-million-dollar ad campaign from Chick-fil-A, and you turn that down, or they find that and then they take that offer away from you, you'd be like, no, I still mean it. Keep your money, But just say what you mean, especially on the internet. Going for laughs is great, but going for shocking laughs at the risk of your own career is just something I wouldn't recommend.